Picture this one in 4 people over 60 falls every year. It's a stark reality, but here's something extraordinary. Some seniors seem to escape this danger entirely. What's their secret? Falls aren't just small stumbles. They're the leading cause of injury-related deaths for those over 60. Yet, certain older adults move with such poise, such steadiness, as if they've found a hidden way to walk without fear. Today, I'm revealing 7 transformative walking techniques used by seniors who rarely fall. These aren't hard exercises, but simple, powerful changes, endorsed by leading geriatric experts, yet seldom shared widely. And the 4th technique, it's something you probably do incorrectly every day, without even realizing it. If you're ready to walk with strength and embrace greater independence, stay with me. Let's uncover these secrets together. Thomas's story. Meet Thomas, a 72-year-old retired engineer whose life took a dramatic turn after a series of terrifying falls. In just 6 months, Thomas suffered 3 serious stumbles, each one eroding his confidence. The last fall was the most devastating, sending him to the hospital with a fractured hip. Thomas calls that moment his wake-up call. After my surgery, he shares, "I thought my days of living on my own were gone. My daughter was already looking into assisted living facilities. Can you feel that fear? The dread of losing your independence." But then, something extraordinary happened. Thomas's physical therapist showed him a new approach to walking, not just balance exercises, but small, powerful adjustments that transformed his stability almost instantly. Within a year, Thomas went from frequent falls to none at all. He even started hiking moderate trails with his grandchildren, a joy he thought he'd lost forever. His journey wasn't magic, it was deliberate, built on techniques anyone can master. I've spent 2 years collaborating with leading geriatric physical therapists and balance specialists from top medical centers. More importantly, I've studied how older adults, well into their 80s and 90s, maintain remarkable mobility. What I've learned will change how you view walking forever. These techniques aren't temporary solutions or exercises you'll abandon. They're permanent changes that become second nature, a new way of moving that your body will embrace. If you've noticed your balance slipping or felt shaken by a recent fall, these methods are for you. They're about rediscovering your confidence, your independence, and the freedom of moving without fear. Join me as we uncover how Thomas and others like him found their path to stability and how you can, too. Explain the value of the techniques. These walking techniques aren't just simple tips. They're a new way to move through the world. They're not quick fixes or exercises you'll soon abandon. Instead, they're lasting changes, adjustments that become as natural as your heartbeat, embraced by your body with every step. Picture a way of walking that feels seamless, that brings you ease and gratitude. That's the promise of these methods. I've drawn this knowledge from observing older adults who move with grace well into their 80s and 90s, and from the expertise of leading balance specialists. These techniques are invaluable if you've noticed your balance slipping, perhaps after a recent fall, or if you're determined to preserve your independence for years ahead. They're about more than avoiding falls. They're about walking with confidence, embracing freedom, and cherishing every moment on your feet. And that 4th secret, it's a revelation, something you do countless times each day, but probably in a way that's working against you, without you even realizing it. If these techniques inspire you or light a spark of hope, please hit that like button to share this wisdom with others, and subscribe for more practical, evidence-based advice crafted to help you live with boldness and independence. Together, let's rediscover the joy of walking without fear. 7. Secrets to transform your walking habit. Our first walking secret might surprise you: your feet and the shoes you put on them. As we age, our feet undergo 2 significant changes. First, the sensitive nerve endings that send vital balance signals to your brain start to fade. Experts call this condition age-related peripheral neuropathy. Second, the small but powerful muscles in your feet weaken after years of being trapped in rigid, supportive shoes. This creates a dangerous cycle. Your brain gets less information about the ground beneath you, while your feet lose the strength to respond to uneven surfaces. To make matters worse, many older adults unknowingly worsen this problem by wearing the wrong shoes. Thick-soled, heavily cushioned footwear might feel cozy, but it acts like a barrier. It blocks your feet's ability to sense and react to the ground. Thomas, our 72-year-old engineer, learned this the hard way. I was wearing these thick-soled, cushioned slip-ons I thought were perfect for my age. He recalls, my therapist called them balance blockers and showed me how they were actually making me less steady. For optimal stability, your walking shoes need 3 key features. 1. A low, wide heel, not flat, but with no more than a 1-inch difference between heel and forefoot. 2. A thin, flexible sole in the forefoot to let you feel the ground. 3. Secure fastening with laces or strong Velcro, never slip-ons. Thomas made the switch to properly fitted walking shoes with these features, and the difference was immediate. I felt more stable on uneven surfaces, like grass or gravel, he says. But shoes are only part of the solution. Thomas also started a simple foot-strengthening routine to rebuild his foundation. First, toe spreading, sit down. Spread your toes as wide as you can. Hold for 5 seconds. And release, repeating 10 times. Next, towel gripping. Place a small towel on the floor and use your toes to scrunch it toward you. Finally, marble pickup practice, picking up marbles with your toes and placing them in a bowl to boost dexterity. Research from the Journal of Podiatric Medicine shows these exercises work wonders. After just 6 weeks, older adults improved their balance scores by 30%. They also felt more confident on challenging surfaces like grass or gravel. Dr. Emily Spleichel, a podiatrist specializing in movement science, puts it perfectly. Your feet have 200,000 nerve endings designed to help you navigate safely. The right shoes let those nerves do their job, while foot exercises strengthen your natural stability systems. Take a moment to check your current shoes. Do they have all 3 critical features? This simple change transformed Thomas's confidence, especially on tricky terrain. And it's just the start. Our next secret tackles a fundamental mistake many of us make without realizing. Stay with me, and let's keep building your path to steady, fearless walking. Secret number 2. Mastering your foot strike. Our second walking secret focuses on something so basic, yet so often ignored: how your foot touches the ground. Many older adults get this entirely wrong without even knowing it. Have you ever noticed how a young child walks? Their steps are fluid, with the heel landing first, then rolling smoothly to the toes. But as we age, our walking habits can shift, and not in a good way. Some of us land flat-footed, with the entire foot hitting the ground at once. Others, even riskier, step toe first. These patterns undermine your stability. Flat-footed walking strips away the natural shock absorption and smooth weight transfer that prevent falls. And toe-first walking, it's like teetering on a tightrope, narrowing your base of support to a precarious line. The answer is the heel-to-toe roll, the way our bodies are built to walk. Here's how it works. With each step, let your heel touch the ground first. Then, roll your weight gently along the outer edge of your foot, pushing off with your toes. This forms a stable, triangular base of support through every stride. Meanwhile, your ankle absorbs shock as it should. Thomas, our 72-year-old engineer, realized he'd been walking flat-footed for years. The first week practicing the heel-to-toe roll felt awkward, almost forced. He shares, but by week 3, my balance had improved so much. Now, it feels totally natural. Dr. James Richardson, a rehabilitation expert with over 30 years studying gait patterns, explains why this matters. The heel-to-toe roll uses your ankle's full range of motion and distributes forces evenly through your leg. He says, this avoids the jerky, unstable movements that often trigger falls. If foot pain or arthritis makes heel striking uncomfortable, don't worry. Start with shorter steps and build up as you feel ready. Supportive shoes can help tremendously. 2 will cover footwear and secret number 5. Here's a simple way to practice. Walk slowly along a straight line, deliberately landing heel first, then rolling through to your toes. Focus on the smooth flow of weight on speed. Just 10 minutes of mindful practice each day builds the muscle memory to make this second nature. Try taking 5 steps right now, using the heel-to-toe roll. Did you feel a difference in stability? This technique is a foundation for confident walking, but it's just the start. Our next secret builds on this, targeting a part of your body you might never consider while walking. Stay with me, and let's keep moving toward a stronger, steadier you. Secret 3. Engage your core. Our third walking secret might catch you off guard, because it's about a part of your body you rarely consider while walking your core muscles. Most people think of core strength as something for athletes doing sit-ups or chasing sculpted abs. But for older adults, your core is far more vital. It's your body's central stabilizer, the foundation of balance as you move. Here's the issue. As we age, we often let our core muscles relax when we walk. Our midsection goes slack, forcing our back, hips, and knees to compensate. This triggers a cascade of instability, sharply raising your risk of falling. Thomas, our 72-year-old engineer, never connected his core to walking. It seemed completely unrelated to balance, he confesses. But once I learned to engage my core, I felt the difference right away, like someone had steadied a shaky table. The technique is called core engagement, and it's beautifully simple. No crunches or planks required. Instead, it's about the zip-up technique. Imagine gently pulling your belly button toward your spine, not sucking in your stomach, but creating a subtle internal lift and tightening. It's a discrete movement so gentle no one would notice you're doing it. Aim for about 20 to 30% of your maximum effort, just enough to feel stable without strain. Thomas found it hard to remember at first, so he used a smart trick. He placed small colored dot stickers around his home, on the fridge, by the front door, on his bathroom mirror. Each time he saw a dot, he'd focus on engaging his core while walking for the next minute. Research from the National Institute on Aging shows why this is so effective. Their studies found that older adults who engage their core while walking recover better when they stumble or hit uneven surfaces. Core stability is directly tied to preventing falls. One common mistake is tightening too much. This isn't about rigid tension. It's about gentle, sustainable support. You should still breathe easily and chat comfortably while doing it. For those with back pain, this technique can even offer relief. It supports your spine properly during movement. Start with brief moments of practice and gradually build up as it becomes second nature. Have you ever thought about your core muscles while walking? Most of us haven't, and that's okay. But now, you're about to uncover something even more surprising. Our fourth secret involves a part of your body you're likely using incorrectly with every single step. Stay with me, and let's keep building your confidence one steady step at a time. Secret number 4, unlock the power of your arms. Our fourth walking secret uncovers a mistake so many of us make every day without even noticing, and it's all about your arms. Think about how children walk. Their arms swing freely, naturally, in rhythm with each step. Now, observe many older adults. Their arms often stay stiff, barely moving, held tightly at their sides or even clasped in front. This small habit has a big impact. It dramatically increases your risk of falling. Your arms are your body's natural counterweights. When your right foot steps forward, your left arm should swing forward to keep you balanced. This opposite motion steadies your entire body. It prevents the twisting in your torso that can lead to a stumble. But there's more. Proper arm swing instantly boosts your stability. It keeps your walking rhythm smooth to reduce fatigue, and it sharpens your body's sense of where it is in space. The technique is called the 40-degree swing. It's what physical therapists recommend. Bend your arms at about a 45-degree angle at the elbow. Let them swing naturally front to back, not side to side. The motion should feel relaxed. Your hands should pass just by your hip pocket at the back of the swing. Thomas, our 72-year-old engineer, was shocked to realize he'd been walking with his arms nearly frozen. When I started practicing proper arm swing, my whole walking pattern changed. He shares. My daughter noticed it before I even told her. She said I suddenly looked years younger, more confident. Here's a simple 3-day plan Thomas used to reset his arm swing. On day 1, exaggerate your arm swing for 5 minutes while walking. Make it slightly bigger than natural to wake up those movement patterns. On day 2, walk with a normal arm swing, but focus on syncing it with your legs. Right foot forward, left arm forward. On day 3, keep the swing relaxed, letting your shoulders stay loose. Research from gait studies at the University of Michigan shows why this works. Proper arm swing cuts energy use by nearly 8% and improves your recovery after a stumble by up to 15%. Even more striking, restoring natural arm swing can reduce fall risk by as much as 30% in adults over 60. One common mistake is swinging your arms across your body instead of front to back. Your arms should move like pendulums in parallel lines, never crossing your center. Do your arms swing naturally when you walk, or do they stay mostly still? This technique is a game changer, but our next secret takes us even closer to the ground, to something you're standing on right now. Stay with me, and let's keep building your path to confident, fearless walking. Secret number 5, lift your gaze. Our 5th walking secret might be the most overlooked, yet it's absolutely critical to your stability. It's about your eyes. Let me ask you something. Where do you look when you walk? If you're like most older adults, you probably gaze down at the ground, just a few feet ahead. It seems sensible, right? Spotting hazards, staying careful. But here's the shocking truth. Looking down actually increases your chance of falling. When your eyes are fixed downward, your head tilts forward, shifting your center of gravity. Your neck and upper back your shoulders slump, and worst of all, your balance system gets incomplete information about your surroundings. This is where the 3-point gaze technique makes all the difference. Thomas, our 72-year-old engineer, learned this from his physical therapist during recovery. It felt completely unnatural at first, Thomas admits. I was convinced I'd trip if I wasn't always scanning the ground. But within there, my whole posture changed. Here's how the 3-point gaze works. First, set your near point about 10 to 15 feet ahead. This gives you enough time to spot obstacles without hunching over. Your peripheral vision will still catch anything closer. Next, every 10 to 15 seconds, lift your eyes to your far point, the horizon, or your destination. This naturally straightens your spine and resets your posture. Finally, and this is crucial, actively use your peripheral awareness. Train yourself to notice movement and obstacles at the sides without turning your head. Thomas practiced this faithfully on his daily neighborhood walks. He'd choose a distant landmark, keep his gaze at the proper near point, and glance up toward his destination now and then. After 2 weeks, Thomas shares, I was standing taller, breathing easier, and feeling far more confident. The science supports this. A study in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity found that looking down increases postural sway and shortens steps. Both are linked to higher fall risk. But when people used the 3-point gaze, their walking became steadier and more assured. Even better, their reaction time to unexpected obstacles improved by nearly 20%. Be honest now. Do you find yourself looking down when you walk? If so, you're not alone. Awareness is the first step to change. This gaze technique is powerful, but it truly shines when combined with our next secret, which starts from the ground up. Stay with me, and let's keep building your path to confident walking. Secret number 6, widen your base. Our 6th walking secret tackles a subtle but critical mistake many older adults make without even noticing: walking with their feet too close together. If you've ever seen someone who looks unsteady on their feet, you might notice their steps almost cross over an imaginary center line. This narrow walking pattern turns every step into a balancing act, like walking on a tightrope. It shrinks your stable base into an unstable line. The solution is the widened base technique, a simple adjustment that transforms your stability. Instead of stepping narrowly, walk with your feet hip-width apart. This isn't about an exaggerated, wobbly stance, just the natural width of your hips, creating what balance experts call a stability rectangle beneath you. This broader foundation makes every step more secure. Thomas, our 72-year-old engineer, was stunned to learn he'd been making this mistake. For years, I walked with my feet nearly crossing each other. He recalls, my physical therapist showed me how this narrow pattern made me wobble side to side with every step. To practice, Thomas used a brilliant method. He placed 2 parallel strips of painter's tape on his hallway floor, exactly hip-width apart. Several times a day, he'd walk the hallway, keeping each foot on its own line. After 2 weeks of practice, Thomas says, the proper width felt automatic. When I went back to my regular walking routes, I felt so much steadier, especially on uneven surfaces like grass or gravel. This technique adjusts to your body. Taller people may need a slightly wider stance, while those with hip pain or arthritis can start narrower and gradually widen as comfort allows. A helpful image is to picture walking on parallel train tracks. Your feet should never cross onto the opposite track. This mental picture helps you maintain the right width without looking down. Research from the Gait and Balance Laboratory at Johns Hopkins backs this up. They found that walking with an optimal hip-width base reduces side-to-side sway by about 40% and lessens the arm movements needed to stay balanced. For older adults, this directly lowers fall risk. Dr. Lisa Constantino, a balance specialist, explains, when we study falls in older adults, we often see narrow-based walking leading to sideways falls, one of the most dangerous types. Widening your base to the optimal width can dramatically boost stability. Next time you walk, notice if your feet cross over or stay hip-width apart. What do you see? This simple change can make a world of difference. But our final secret might be the most powerful yet, because it focuses on the moments when falls are most likely to strike. Stay with me, and let's keep building your confidence for every step ahead. Secret number 7. Master mindful transitions. Our 7th and final walking secret reveals a surprising truth about falls. They rarely happen when you're walking in a straight line. Instead, most falls strike during what experts call transition moments. Those fleeting seconds when you shift from one movement to another. These moments include standing up from a chair, turning a corner, stopping suddenly, stepping sideways, passing through a doorway, or moving from one surface to another, like carpet to tile. The problem is, many older adults rush through these transitions. They don't give their balance systems time to adjust. As we age, our sense of body position called proprioception naturally weakens. That makes these shifts riskier. This is where the mindful transitions technique makes a profound difference. Thomas, our 72-year-old engineer, learned this from his physical therapist. She noticed his sudden, jerky turns. She taught me to pause deliberately before changing direction. Thomas shares, it felt unnaturally slow at first, but it completely eliminated those wobbly moments. The technique revolves around a brief, intentional pause and before shifting your movement. During this moment, you stabilize your stance. Engage your core, as we learned in Secret 3, and focus your eyes on where you're headed. Then move smoothly into the new pattern. For turning one of the riskiest transitions, use the pivot and step method instead of twisting. Pause fully, lift your foot, and place it in the new direction. Let your body follow naturally, rather than twisting your upper body while your feet stay planted. Thomas applied this by identifying high-risk transition points in his daily routine, getting up from his favorite chair, navigating the turn at the bottom of his stairs, or passing through his narrow bathroom doorway. At each spot, he practiced this deliberate pause. I placed small red dot stickers at these points as reminders. Thomas says, eventually, the pause became second nature, and I didn't need the cues anymore. Research from the Fall Prevention Research Laboratory at Oregon Health Sciences University confirms the power of this approach. Their studies show that transition moments account for 87% of falls in adults over 60. By adding a brief pause before transitions, fall incidents dropped by 47%. One of the most effective single strategies in fall prevention. To master this, try this simple daily practice. Pick 3 to 5 common transitions in your home for 1 week. Deliberately practice pausing before each one. Keep your movements smooth and intentional, not rushed. When was the last time you nearly fell? Was it during one of these transition moments? This technique is a lifeline, but it's even more powerful when combined with the other secrets we've explored. Together, they form a complete system to transform how you move through the world. Stay with me as we bring it all together for a stronger, more confident you. Let's bring it all together. These 7 walking secrets aren't just individual tips. They're a powerful system that transforms how you move through the world. The 3-point gaze keeps your posture strong, setting the stage for the heel-to-toe roll to ground each step. Core engagement anchors your stability, freeing your arms to swing naturally. Proper footwear and foot strength build your foundation, while the widened base creates a steady platform. And mindful transitions. They protect you in those critical moments when falls often strike. Together, they don't just improve your walking. They restore your confidence, your freedom, your joy. Remember Thomas, our 72-year-old engineer who faced 3 serious falls in just 6 months. Today, he walks with strength and purpose, hiking with his grandchildren, and savoring daily strolls he once dreaded. The biggest surprise wasn't just avoiding falls. Thomas shares, it's that walking became fun again. His posture is taller, his breathing easier, his movements fluid, and you can achieve this too. Here's a simple 7-day plan to make these techniques yours. Day 1. Focus on the 3-point gaze, looking ahead with confidence. Day 2, add the heel-to-toe roll, feeling each step connect smoothly. Day 3, engage your core, tying it to your breath. Day 4, practice the arm swing, syncing it with your steps. Day 5, check your shoes and start foot strengthening exercises. Day 6, walk with a hip-width base, picturing those parallel tracks. Day 7, master mindful transitions, pausing before every turn. After this week, take 2 to 3 minutes each day to mentally review all 7 techniques. Soon they'll feel like second nature. You might wonder, do I need all 7? Absolutely. They work together, each one amplifying the others. Patricia found the mindful transitions technique life-changing. I realized all my close calls happened when I turned too fast. She says, Robert credits the widened base. I was practically walking on a tightrope until my therapist showed me how to widen my stance. He shares, Dr. Elizabeth Morrow, a geriatric rehabilitation expert, emphasizes the key consistency. Your brain can learn new movement patterns at any age with practice. She says, which of these secrets feels most promising for you? These techniques aren't just about preventing falls. They're about reclaiming the ease and pleasure of moving without fear. Falls aren't an inevitable part of aging. They're not just bad luck. They often stem from walking habits we can change at any age. Thomas's journey shows what's possible with these evidence-based methods. No fancy equipment, no grueling workouts, just steady practice. The beauty of these secrets is that, while they take effort at first, they soon become automatic, offering lasting protection. If this video has inspired you, please hit that like button and share it with someone you care about. Your share could prevent a life-changing fall. Subscribe for more practical, evidence-based advice to help you live with independence and joy. It's never too late to transform how you walk, how you move, how you live. Let's take that first steady step together today.